Decentralized governance. What does this mean? Well, first, decentralized, meaning not centralized, meaning there's no organization, individual, group of people, or institution that has authority and control over others. Governance, which is merely the process of sense-making, decision-making that helps groups of people come together and make decisions, evolve, and govern the networks that they inhabit. So when we talk about decentralized governance, what we're merely talking about is this is the process where the group of people, the members of that organization or network, come together to make decisions to help evolve the network in their own best interests. And that there's no centralized organization or individual or institution that is able to claim authority over the members as a whole. Now, how this manifests can be an infinite number of ways, like how people come together and do sense-making and make decisions. That's infinitely updatable, changeable, adaptable. Like how we actually go about doing this is yet to be defined. And we actually need to evolve new ways, never before seen ways of doing sense-making and decision-making, because our current systems have not been sufficient enough in order to help us understand the complexity of the world today or make effective decisions to move humanity forward in a beautiful direction. So this is why we have to step into a new type of system, a new type of sense-making and decision-making in order to better make decisions that are going to serve humanity and our planet. And how this works is SEEDS uses decentralized governance, which means the citizens of the network are the ones directly responsible for governing that network. In fact, Hypha, which is one of the organizations that's helped build SEEDS, that's done a lot of the smart contracts, a lot of the applications that help people access SEEDS, it does not own SEEDS. It does not have direct control over SEEDS. And in fact, Hypha has to ask the citizens of SEEDS just to get paid for doing the work that it's been doing to help build SEEDS. And at any time the citizens of SEEDS vote down those proposals for pay, they could in effect fire Hypha. Hypha could still choose to add value to the network if it saw fit, but it could lose pay if the citizens so chose. They could choose to hire another organization to build on SEEDS. And in fact, we encourage that. We encourage more organizations to show up and ask for value to help build this network. And this is what's so critical about this movement, is there's no one organization claiming ownership over the movement or claiming the ability to govern the movement. And it also gets rid of that weak point where there's no organization to coerce or manipulate to shut the movement down because they do not have the authority or ability to do so. So not only is this the most practical, rational, and ethical way to move forward as a network, it's also the most realistic and practical and responsible way to move forward with setting up a network like this. So some of the governments that we have today, they made a promise at the beginning of their constitutions where they said, for the people, by the people. But then they went on to establish structures and systems that ended up concentrating the wealth and concentrating the power and governance decision over to a small group of people. But SEEDS is different. When it says by the people, for the people, or by the citizenry, for the citizenry and our planet, it builds that right into the code base and it does not have the authority or legitimacy to be able to take it away. The only way the citizens can lose their power to govern the network is if they voted to do so. And when we say by the planet, is we build the planet and our ecosystems to be able to have voice and get value out of these systems as well. We bake that into the foundation and make it very difficult to change it. So that's how the Earth actually gets a percentage of the resources that this system generates in order to be able to regenerate itself and to heal. So the main foundation of what we're setting up here is a decentralized governance system where the members and the citizens of the network can come together, help evolve this, and decide how we go about sense-making, decision-making in order to create a new type of governance system that the world has never seen before. So what SEEDS has only done right now is set up the foundation, the very basic blocks of governance that we need to get this experiment going. But then it gives the power over to the citizens themselves to be able to decide how this evolves, how we better go about sense-making and decision-making, because it needs to be a collective process. Hypha alone cannot sit up and say, this is how you do decision-making. That defeats the entire purpose. What it's done is it's give us the foundation to be able to do collective decision making so that we can build new sense making and decision making tools that can serve this movement. And why Seeds is a decentralized system, so is Hypha. Hypha is governed directly by the members, where any member can show up, add value, get value, and gain voice to then be able to start participating in governance. And there's one more final point to put in that's built into the foundation of these, and that's the idea that it's separated the equity and the voice token of both these systems. So in a lot of the systems that we have today, money talks. And a corporation, if a very wealthy benefactor came in there and bought up half the stock, then they're able to have half of the decision-making power of that organization. This is called a hostile takeover. In a lot of the crypto economic systems, they're set up a very similar way. But what Seeds has done is it's separated those tokens and it's made it so voice tokens are non-transferable, which means you can only earn voice. You cannot buy voice. So we got rid of the ability for there to be a hostile takeover, for us to be building governance systems that are really governance by the wealthy. And we made it governance by the contributors. So we gave the decision-making power directly to those who are contributing the most to the network, as they're the most capable of understanding what the network needs and how to govern it and evolve it. So this is the foundation that exists right now, and how we evolve this foundation into systems that better serve us is up to all of us. And it's an ability and a responsibility and an opportunity that everyone listening to this video has to participate in this new process of governance and sense-making and decision-making that can build a civilization and a foundation for new civilizations and organizations and financial systems and all these things that we need to recreate. It will be done by all of us coming together, bringing our wisdom together in a decentralized, organized, distributed fashion, and deciding how we ought to evolve these systems to better serve all of us. So we welcome you into this process, into this experiment, and we look forward to collectively making decisions with you.